Hello everybody, on today's video we take a look at Titan merchandise newly announced Christmas ornaments that are coming out this holiday season. We also do an unboxing from San Diego Comic-Con on some figures that I've been really excited to take a look at. So without further ado, this is the unofficial Titan Merchandise Society. Alright everybody, again my name is Dave. I am very excited to be here with you today. First of all, let's cover some news out of Titan merchandise. So earlier this week, actually last weekend, we got word that Titan merchandise is going to be releasing a really cool thing this holiday season, and that's going to be ornaments. Now I know this sounds a little strange, it's actually pretty cool. Apparently they're releasing 3-inch versions of the monkeys. I'm going to put it up here on the screen for you guys, that you can obviously put on your Christmas tree, your festival pole, whatever you do to celebrate the holidays. I think this is really cool. As you see that they've taken a really cool holiday twist on the 4 monkeys there. I think it's really awesome. I know that I've seen a lot of collectors over the years do creative things with their figures. I think have found ways to incorporate in some of the figures into a Christmas tree. So this is really cool. I think it's awesome. I think it's a really nice thing for Titan merchandise to do. And honestly, I hope that we see it for other lines as well. The monkeys, I think, is a great way to kind of test the waters on this. But personally, I'd love to see Doctor Who ones. In fact, Titan merchandise, if you do watch this, think about it. A Titan merchandise Doctor Who holiday special set. If you kind of think about it, maybe the last couple Doctors, you know, all dressed up in different holiday garb. You could have the 12th Doctor with antler ears or antlers going on. You know, we could have the 11th Doctor wearing a Christmas Santa hat. So just kind of something to think about here, maybe for the future. We'll start to see more figures kind of in this different way of displaying them as an ornament compared to the normal figures. So those should be coming out later on in November. I'm going to put a link in the video description where you can go online and pre-order them. So keep your eyes open for that. Hopefully we get some. I think it would be really cool for us to kind of do an unboxing and tree placing video, as it were. And speaking of unboxing, let's move on to the next part of the video here. Thanks to a good friend of mine, Laura, out in California, I got 2 boxes that I was really looking forward to. The first one is the 13th Doctor and the materializing TARDIS in kawaii form for the 13th Doctor. But the one that I've been looking forward to the most is going to be the 13th Doctor in the normal Titan form. Now this is also one of the first boxes that we can now see how Titan merchandise is going to be doing the window box for their figures. I mentioned this in my last video. Titan merchandise is going away from the blind box format and going to be doing these windowed box units for collections coming out in the future, and this is kind of our first sneak peek at it. Honestly, I like it. I've seen a lot of other blind box companies going towards this windowed approach. It helps the collectors. It also kind of helps the company as well because people want to see the figures, and I understand some people don't want to take that risk of buying, you know, a figure for $10, $11, $12, not knowing what they're going to get. So this is really cool. I know there's been a lot of discussion on our own Facebook group, but in general, of how do chase figures work for this? Well, I've seen a couple of companies do a blackout window, so you don't know what the figure is. The figure could be a chase figure. It could also just be a normal common figure. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Titan merchandise kind of approaches this chase figure format in the window box. Now they are getting rid of the super rare and ultra rare figures, so that's not really going to play a part in the future anymore. But again, I'm looking forward to seeing these and how Titan merchandise is going to do that, starting with, I believe it is the DC Hero figures that are coming out later this year or early next. I think that's the next one. I'm going to have to double check. So anyway, minus the window, it's still the same box. You know, we have the nice design here. We have the Titan chart there. And then another 3D rendering of the 13th Doctor there, and then of course the window. On the very bottom, you're going to see we have, of course, all of the mumbo jumbo legal stuff BBC. So let's go ahead and open this here. Now, of course, this is the 3-inch version of the 6.5-inch version that came out a little while ago. She does come with her Sonic, which is awesome. I'm kind of a purist, and I need to make sure that all of my Doctors have their sonic screwdriver. And here is the figure in and of itself. Really cool. looks great. So she is wearing her original costume that she wore, which I gotta double check. The Woman Who Fell to Earth, it's actually printed on the box. So we may start seeing other 13th Doctor figures before a full 13th Doctor collection comes out, maybe wearing different costumes. We know New York Comic Con's coming out in a couple of weeks. In fact, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. So let's just go ahead here. Whoops, Sonic went flying. And there she is in all of her Sonic glory to go up right, where is it? Right there. I got a nice little spot next to the 12th Doctor. Can't wait to put her in there. Cool. So, moving on. Next one we have is the Kawaii 13th Doctor and Materializing TARDIS 2-pack. So we've already seen the 13th Doctor in Kawaii form. As you recall, I did an unboxing video last time about it. So we're going to see how this differs from that figure. So let's get her out first. So here we go. We have the 13th Doctor. And of course she comes with her sonic screwdriver, which is going to be different than the normal Titan merchandise classic figure, as we're calling them now. Her sonic is a little bit thinner, as you can see, compared to... Big difference there. And yeah, really cool again. Great job by Kelly Yates, our good friend Kelly Yates, who designed these. Everything moves pretty well. So let's compare her to the other one. And you're going to notice the main difference is the shirt. So in this one, the first one that I did a couple weeks ago, she's wearing a dark blue or a purple shirt. I'm going to say dark blue. This one, it's more of a lavender shirt. So we're already starting to see some variations on the 13th Doctor with her outfits, which is really cool. And then finally, we have the Materializing TARDIS. Normal 3-inch Materializing TARDIS. I know Titan Merchandise has already done a Materializing TARDIS before, so this one's going to be a little bit different just by a couple of things. And then, of course, one of my favorite things to do with materializing or any kind of translucent one is just to light it up from beneath. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if you're able to get a display that has a little light puck, that looks really, really cool. So this figure as well from San Diego Comic-Con, you are able to get them online in the coming weeks. Places like Entertainment Earth are going to be carrying it, as well as Forbidden Planet. And then, of course, you know, it's just a really cool thing to add to your collection. So, circling back, we all know New York Comic Con is coming up in a couple of weeks in New York, obviously. We won't be there, but we do have a couple of our community members going down. Nothing has been said yet about what Titan Merchandise plans on releasing or doing for exclusives or announcing for a collection. But if I'm going to kind of throw in my 2 cents, what I would love to see is I would love to see a Titan Merchandise Doctor Who Companion 3-pack from the most recent series. So Yaz, Ryan, and Graham. I think that those would be amazing little 3-inch figures in a window box, similar to like this, that Titan Merchandise can go and release. They've said that they're not releasing a Doctor Who figure collection this year, since Doctor Who is on hiatus. However, I kind of feel like it would be a really good way to keep that Doctor Who brand alive, remind collectors that, you know, Doctor Who's coming back in 2020. And a lot of the fans have honestly been clamoring for these companions. So I think that that would be a really nice thing. If they're going to pair it up or maybe take that out and do one other one, I'd love to see the Dalek from the New Year's Day episode that happened earlier this year come out. The Chic Dalek, as I recall, it's gotten the nickname around online. It's a really cool figure. I think it's really nice. It would go great against the 13th Doctor since they were kind of paired off against one another. Other than that, I could probably see them doing some more Game of Thrones. That's been a very popular collection for them right now. And I could possibly see them doing something for either My Hero Academia or for the DC Heroes, since that's going to be closer to the release date for those collections. And they want kind of a good way to introduce those new collections to collectors and get the word out. So we have to hold tight for a couple more weeks until Titan Merchandise announces their New York Comic Con plans. But I'm looking forward to it. As soon as we know any information, we're going to share it on our social media page. So make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Unofficial Titan Merchandise Society. If you're not on Facebook and you follow us more on Instagram, make sure you like us at TUTMS. And then, of course, just like everyone nowadays, we're on Twitter at TUTMSOCIETY. And then last but not least, just like and subscribe to our videos. You'll get a little notification whenever I do a new video and put it out there. I'm not doing them a lot, which is kind of good. I know some people get a lot of messages, but definitely like and follow us. It makes us feel good, and it's really cool to share this information and all these unboxings with you guys. So that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.